Afternoon guys, this is Nash speaking, and today here in front of me it is the Aftershock Vapor 17 Pro, and I'm excited to open with you guys because this just came to my house a few hours ago and I want to open with you guys so we can enjoy the moment together. As you can see here, the box is fairly simple. It says Aftershock here and it says Omni 17, and I'm not too sure why is it so, but I hope the inside here is the Vapor 17 Pro, as that is what I ordered. And from what I can see, the design is simple, and you can see here the graphic card that I have purchased is the RTX 2060. And other than that, there's nothing exciting about the box, but it is quite light for the size of this. And if you want to know what are the full details specs, I will either link to the description below, or I will just list the main important points right here, which would be the CPU that I've purchased, which is the Intel Core i7-9750H processor, and the graphic card I have purchased is NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 6GB GDDR6. And for the display, initially it was supposed to be the 15.6 inch 144Hz display, but due to unforeseen circumstances, Aftershock has apologized to me due to some technical glitch, and they decided to give me an upgrade, which is the 17.3 inch 144Hz display. So let's continue from there, and everything else you will see in the description below. And now let's unbox this. And thing to take note is that I have purchased this during the March Madness sale, and a lot of the upgrades I have gotten was free, which is quite good for the price, which is about 2.2k. And because I want the extra storage, so I purchased additional 1TB of Samsung ASD NVMe. So now, as you can see here, okay, that's the laptop right there. And other than that, inside this box is the power brick. Alright, now put it aside. So as you can see, the power brick here. Okay, go. And this is the power brick, and it's quite big, which is not a surprise because it has to charge this laptop, which has a massive 94 kilowatt hours. And now that is out of the way, we will check out the laptop. Alright, so taking off the styrofoam, and here is the laptop. Whoa. Alright, as you can see here, it is very thin and light. And for the dimension, I will also pop it somewhere around here in case you want to know how big is this thing. And let's leave it open. Oh yeah. Alright, that's the paper, and this is the master code I have received, which is I'm not pretty sure what is it about, but hopefully it will be interesting. So next, you can see here there's a power button here, and looks like this is the fan, and it's pretty clean, I must say. Really clean. And the back here, you can see the fan, the dual fan here, and it says here GeForce RTX, the iCore i7, and it has the TH sound blast, which is the THX technology sound, which hopefully will be sounds nice. And I believe this is the air vents right here, and this is the two speakers. Probably later I will try to open and see what this has in store for us. So at the side, on the left of this laptop, it contains the Kensington lock, the USB, looks like USB 3 port, the headphone jack, and the mic jack. At the front here, there's nothing much, nothing too exciting. Okay, and there's nothing here, not even an indicator, but there seems like there's something here. We will find out later. On the right of this laptop, it has a micro USB slot here, and two more USB slot, and the grill here. And right at the back, you can see there is a HDMI port, and I believe this is the Thunderbolt 3.0. This is where you put the power socket, and this is the vent intake. Yep, and that's pretty much it. As I can feel like the back is made of plastic, but the front is made of, according to Aftershock, it is made of magnesium alloy. So now let me see, it is quite nice. It's like a matte, as you can see, it's like a matte finish, and I don't think fingerprint will there will be any fingerprint on it. So let me see, one finger push, look at that, it's very light, it's very easy to open, and this is how much you can pull back. And you can see over here the Aftershock logo right here, and the webcam is right here, and it's fairly thin bezels, but there's still a hum right here. It's not the pure full display. So we will open this. Ooh, look at that. Okay, and now let's see if this laptop have any juice on it. So okay, so there's there's juice in it, so I'm excited. Oh, look at that. Look, when you're on, it says Aftershock, your rig of choice. So again, as you can see here, it feels quite premium. It feels like the top is also made of the same frame, possibly only metal, but I can't really tell. And the back is plastic, so Alright, so let me see what is does here. So now we just wait for a moment for this to boot up. So I will see you later. Alrighty then, so I have done setup with my whatever necessary, and as you can see here in the specs in the DXDIAG, it says that this laptop is called Omni 17, which is probably the same thing as the Vapor 17 Pro. And as I check, all the specs in this laptop is exactly the same as what I have ordered. So next, it says here it has the i7-9750H CPU, and it has 16 GB of RAM. And as you can see here, the display is a 1080p resolution, which has a 144 Hz refresh rate. And the graphic card here, it is a RTX 2060, which is with the 6 GB of VRAM. So it's pretty it checks out with whatever I have with whatever I ordered. And next, I can see that this has a THX spatial audio, and it is, so far I have tested, is quite solid to play with. And next, as you can see here, you can control the lighting here, and as you can see, currently I set it as breathing, and to open this you have to click here, which is already on your desktop, is the control center. And you can see here you can change whatever you want to do with it. Even the fan speed is enabled here, and here this is where you control your lighting here. So currently is under breathing, which is here. I can choose how fast I want it to breathe. As you can see, it will blink fast, or I can just make it move very slowly. So next, there is waveform. As you can see, I can make it fast this direction, or I can change to direction. So there's a lot of customization, and you can just click on the profile number as easy as that. Even if you don't like that, you can choose this method where it's all just rainbow color, and you can modify it here in the color wheel. And you can choose mix on how the color will change over time, or you would like a flash mode also can, this way or that way. And you can see, yeah. So not only that, you can also control the fan speed. And this button, I was correct, as this is a toggle to change your mode from turbo mode to game mode, which is the basic mode, or the silent mode. And currently the laptop is running very quiet, so I barely can hear the fan. However, if I turn to the performance mode or the turbo mode here, I can always click the fan boost, and it's very loud. So you can just decided to off it with a toggle of switch. So this is up to your preferences. And if you really want some stats, also there's monitoring here, as you can see. Yeah, so that is that. And now you see, now it's loading, so it's checking on the performance of the laptop. So next, as I said earlier, the battery, I made a wrong assumption that it is a 94 kilowatt hours, as based on the battery report I have done here, it says it's only 92 kilowatt hour, or about 91, 92, which is lesser than what I had think of, which is actually that 94, it belongs to the Vapor 15 Pro and not the 17 Pro. The 17 Pro has only 92 kilowatt hours, and that is still quite a good chunk of battery, but it's just a little disappointing, but it will do. And so next, this is the, as I said just now, the sound. There is a THX spatial sound audio, and over here you can, there's a app for it for you can open, which is set up at the corner here. And over here there is like 4 presets that you can choose, whether you want to play for your gaming, for your music, or for watching cinema, or you want to emphasize on the voice of the whatever you're watching. And I just set it as basic, which is they put it as music, and it does make a lot of difference. As what I have tested, the sound, the sound grill is from these two, like come from these two sound grill here. However, when the spatial sound is activated, these two sound will echo and chamber through this grill right here, the grill I told you earlier, which makes the sound more richer and spacier than it is, which is very interesting, because usually downward firing speaker are not that great, but this implementation is very good, which will make as if like the entire laptop is the sound compact. So now, without further ado, I'm going to play a bit of sound, which is the current trend song now, which is the, what they call it, the coffin meme song, which is, there's 2 versions of it. So I just going to play a bit, and you're going to be the judge of it.
Rizky Ayuba, remix. You know I'm gonna get.
So as you can see, the sound is coming out from here, but there's still got some sound that is echoed through the center. And that's example number 1. I don't know whether the sound is recorded, you can listen. And now we play song number 2. And it's quite interesting. For me, it's very interesting. Is I can't really tell where is the sound coming from. Like initially when I start playing, I can hear the sound from the screen itself, like it reflects back to me, and I found it very fascinating, because I always used to just hearing the sound very meh in the bottom firing speaker, and I also had tried those firing upwards. It's not that great, it doesn't sound nice. So but with this spatial sound by THX, it's really good. And also it has a you can hear, yeah. And this, it also has a shortcut button if you want to disable your screen, your touchpad here, which is just double tap here. When there's no light, I can use the mousepad, and I just double tap here, it will disable the mousepad. It's as easy as that. So this is my just first impression of this laptop, which I'm very impressed for the price. And the price, I will link it somewhere in the description or somewhere here. And lastly, one thing I forgot to say, that because this thing is made of metal, the amount of flex here is very minimal. And also, last but not least, how's the keyboard feels like. The keyboard for me is not mechanical, but it's still usable. As you can hear, it's a quite, it's like in between the sound of mechanical, but it's a silent type. So I'm not sure how to explain, but so far I use this laptop, it get the job done, but I just get annoyed by this arrow key right here, because I used to have the I'm used to having the shift button having the same size while I typing, so I end up pressing the up button instead of the shift button most of the time, and usually I will over compensate. So I guess it will take some time for me to get used to this keyboard layout. And if you are looking, if you think that should you buy this laptop, I'm sure the answer is a yes, unless you're on a budget. So maybe you might want to consider it, getting the more cheaper variant, which is like the Apex, or there is other version, or the smaller version of it. But so far I'm impressed with this laptop. And how about for game wise, I have tried so far, there's a lot of games to download, but I tried with one of the game which is called Tomb Raider. At ultimate setting, it barely reached 30 fps, which is awesome. And that thing to take note, that is not even connected using the wall socket so far, which is ridiculous. 30 frames per second for this. But maybe it's just me, because I never had a high-end laptop before, and I'm just excited to have this kind of laptop to use. And so far I tried to weigh with the power brick, is estimate roughly almost 3 kilo, because the power brick is huge. As you can see, it's huge. It is as big as my phone right here. I show you, right? Like, it's the size of my phone. It's like, wow. And this brick is almost half the weight of this. So other than that, that's all I got to say. And this is Nash. I am signing off. See you next time.